due to injury, his first career start against Anaheim today. And John Gibson in net for Anaheim got his team a point, 35 saves in an overtime loss against Vancouver on Wednesday. Golden Knights and Ducks, third meeting of the season, underway at the Fortress. The Golden Knights had a shootout win on home ice against Anaheim and then lost 6-5 on the first day of December in Southern California. Nick Waugh on the wing, joined up front by Keegan Colasar and Will Carrier to start the game. Jakob Silfverberg on it for Anaheim, couldn't clear it. Carrier out high, looking. Dishes it off to Braden McNabb. He'll wrist it wide right. Dylan Coghlan keeps it in. He'll play it around the boards. The Ducks with just one regulation loss in their last 11 games at 6-1-4. Here's Colasar. He'll bank it in deep. Ended a 14-game drought with a goal in LA. The last time out. Now in behind the net, Waugh. Good pressure in the offensive zone. First shift of the game for Vegas. Coughlin's shot got blocked by Derek Grant. And now it's cleared by Lundestrom.
Well, this line of Colasar, Carrier, and Waugh had a real good game against LA. It's a big, heavy line that can control that area behind the goal line.
The Ducks coming into today just a point back of Vegas for the Pacific Division lead. Jamie Drysdale lobs it out. And back to get it is Zach Whitecloud. Mentioned for the Golden Knights, key people out of their lineup, including Mark Stone and Max Pacioretty and Robin Lehner. Alec Martinez remains sidelined as well. They do get back Nolan Patrick, had not played since the fourth game of the season. Ryan Getzlaf out top of the long wrist shot, deflected high and out of play. And a face-off just over a minute and a half into the game.
Well, let's take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by your Desert Ford dealers. And for the Golden Knights, something talked about this week, they want to be more locked in defensively, areas they continue to work on. This is Coach Steve Spott talked about. You can see Pete DeBoer back behind the bench and find energy early here with the noon start.
Face-off in the Vegas zone. The Ducks have been real good within the Pacific this year. Just one regulation loss at 7-1-3. The Ducks played 2 nights ago, lost to Vancouver 2-1 in overtime. Anaheim had a 3-on-1 in OT right off the bat. Could not cash in, and then JT Miller on a breakaway won the game for the Canucks. In that game, the Ducks lost one of their best defensemen in Cam Fowler. Here's Manson with a drive, and that's deflected wide. They've had their top 4D together all year long. Lindholm and Drysdale and Fowler and Manson. But that changes with the injury to Fowler the other night. Here's Jacob Larson. Up ahead now to Vinny Lettieri. Makes his way through center. Sonny Milano looking to backhand it in. They're joined up front by Sam Steele. He returns to the lineup. He had been out due to COVID protocol since before Christmas. Evgeny Dodonov returning for Vegas. Wrist shot on and a save made by Gibson. Matthias Janmark in deep. And now the puck out in front towards Nolan Patrick. Couldn't get a handle on it, and the Ducks will break the other way. Sam Carrick lobs it in. He had their goal against the Canucks in their last game. Shattenkirk unable to control it, and now Adam Brooks. Shattenkirk, good recovery to get there. So Nolan Patrick, his line mates to start the game, Adam Brooks and Michael Amadio. Patrick had missed the last 29 games due to an upper body injury. Here's Benoit. He'll feed it all the way down, and an icing on the Ducks. And play is stopped.
Well, Alex Pietrangelo back in the lineup, and maybe one of the best exit defensemen in the league, along with Pete DeBoer and Dodonov after coming off COVID protocol. There's just an example of what he can do, and then a great little tip pass by Janmark between the legs. But Pietrangelo just has that ability from the far corner. His head's always up. He recognizes his options, and just about always picks the right one.
A look at Alex Pietrangelo returning, missed the last couple of games in COVID protocol. Shea Theodore to Will Carrier. They try to jam it down the wing, taken away by Nick Delorier, and the Ducks will push to center. Delorier couldn't get that puck in deep. Theodore shovels it back the other way. And now Jamie Drysdale, second among all rookie defensemen in scoring coming into today. Whitecloud shovels it out. Drysdale will dish it off to Hampus Lindholm. Now Derek Grant on the wing. Backhands it into the corner. Zach Whitecloud back to get it in front of Isaac Lundestrom. Colasar redirects it. William Karlsson has it, and the Golden Knights on the move. The misfit line up ice. Here's Karlsson towards the corner. Put it on net for a sharp angle. And Gibson made the save, and the rebound ricocheted wide of the net.
How about that pickup by Carlson between the legs, still gets the shot away.
Ben Hutton plays it up the wall. Golden Knights also without Nick Hague in their lineup today. Riley Smith darting in. His shot! And that's deflected over the net. Greg Larson got a piece of it. And Jacob Larson back on it. The Ducks went with 7 defensemen in their last game. Larson was the 7th. Didn't play a shift in the first period, but then got in after Fowler left the game due to injury. Ricard Raquel into the offensive zone to Troy Terry. He'll run it in deep. Ryan Getzlaf looking to center. Alex Pietrangelo up ahead. Stevenson couldn't field that puck. Held in by Josh Manson. Terry stick handles, but it trickled off his stick. Now here is Ryan Getzlaf, the Ducks' all-time leading scorer. Went past 1,000 career points earlier this year. And an icing on Vegas.
Well, we've seen this Carlson line. They were great against LA. And look, right from the breakout, good little play by Carlson. He spins around. Marchessault buys fine. And there's the pickup. Pass from stick between his legs. And it still gets the backhand. This almost bounced off a Ducks player into the back of the net. Just went wide. And then the next rush, Riley Smith, nice little move. Cuts to the inside. That shot got deflected high.
James Drysdale will shovel it in towards the corner. Alex Pietrangelo and Sam Steele looking to work it out. Sonny Milano in there too. Milano wedged on a play by Janmark. Now Steele feeds it. Offside pass. Lindholm trying to move it to Drysdale. So an offside on the Ducks. No score in the opening period.
Well, look at Dallas Aiken's done a great job. 3rd-year head coach, 7th year with the organization, and went through a couple of tough seasons, but this year been able to really turn it around. And a lot of that, depends on the young players, these skilled players, the opportunity they get with the team trying to transition from what they had last year to this year, and the success that guys like Terry, Milano, Zegras have had such an impact on this team climbing the standings.
Yeah, Dallas Aikens looking to get to 100 wins as an NHL head coach. Yeah, his team had 43 points all of the last season. Already at 41 this year. And more than in the hunt for a playoff spot. It's been a real surprise story the first half of the year. Sam Steele with a lane to the net. And he was forced in behind the net and centered it. Picked off by McNabb. And McNabb's pass out of the reach of Amadio. Good chance for Sam Steele, but resulted in not a shot on goal.
No, Steele gets a chance off a real good bank pass right there. Gets behind everybody, and it's Brooks coming back to Ford. Good stick along with Coughlin as they get in position to take away the wraparound. Hey, he did catch Coughlin's stick, but both him and Brooks in good position. And Steele with a little speed creates a chance.
Offensive zone draw for the Ducks. Golden Knights have gone 18-4 all time against Anaheim, including 9-2 at the Fortress. Hampus Lindholm out top with a wrist shot. Skips wide of the net. Drysdale pinching in. He'll play it a little bit further. Nolan Patrick up the wall. Adam Brooks couldn't get it out. Raquel with a long wrist shot and a blocker save by Brossois. Now McNabb backhands it to neutral ice. And Ricard Raquel back to get it. Snaps it up ahead to Troy Terry. And puck hops the glass as Shea Theodore got a stick on it. And that leads to a whistle. Said that the Ducks, Shane, got off to a real good start this year. They slowed a little bit as of late, but still putting points in the bank.
Well, and it's so important. It just shows the importance of being able to get out of the gates in a hurry, get some points, and then, kind of up and down lately for the Anaheim Ducks, but certainly in good position here as we've seen the Pacific and sitting right behind the Golden Knights. But yeah, I think the one thing, a little bit of surprise this year. People are wondering if the Ducks were going to slow down at some point. They have to an extent, but Golden Knights would like to see them slow down a little more.
And Anaheim got off to a kind of a rough start. Then they ripped off 8 straight wins earlier this season. That got them going. Near the top of the Pacific. Here's Buddy Robinson. He'll play it back to the line. Benoit. And now Carrick into the corner, trying to shake loose from Riley Smith. Benoit with a long drive, blocked out of the zone by William Karlsson. Kevin Shattenkirk moves into the middle. The Ducks went 11 days between games. Well, they got back at it against Vancouver on Wednesday. Had 4 games postponed. Due to COVID protocols, they were going to go to Canada, Western Canada, for a 3-game swing. That all got postponed. And they also had another game postponed as well before they were able to return to action Wednesday night. Lundestrom deflects it in. Brossoit to move it off for Keegan Colasar. Pressured by Lundestrom. Colasar looking to spin away. Grant shoves him down. Pietrangelo steps in to play it. Backhands it up ahead of Waugh. Lead pass on the money to Colasar with Carrier with him on the rush. Colasar's shot turned away by Gibson. Lundestrom in the corner. Pietrangelo pinching in to keep it in. Carrier to Ben Hutton straight away. Shot and a save made by Gibson. Carrier on the wall. And a shovel it down to Colasar. Manson rides him to the glass. Waugh pokes it loose. Hutton able to keep it alive. And now Grant sends it out. Good work by Carrier. Good read as he intercepted that pass intended for Silverberg.
Yeah, great defensive positioning by Carrier. As recognized Pietrangelo's down on the pinch, covers up, able to intercept that stretch pass.
Golden Knights have the only 4 shots of the game so far. Rysdale snaps it up the wing, but not out. Matthias Janmark keeps it in. Slams the brakes on. Feeds it to Zach Whitecloud. Now Shea Theodore with points in 3 straight. Moved it into the slot. Picked off, though, by Getzlaf, who tried to spring Terry, but went all the way down. Brossoit is going to cover it, but he'll move it. And the Golden Knights are on the move. Whitecloud rink wide to Janmark. Driving down the wing. He feeds it out in front. It was intended for Dodonov, but on the coverage was Lindholm. Now Getzlaf will dish it back to Drysdale. The 19-year-old rookie sends it up the middle of the ice. Terry. He'll gain the Vegas line. Down the wing, rolls up. Little backhand pass blocked. Raquel in deep. Leads it out in front. Shot and a save made by Brossoit. Good chance for Sam Steele. But Laurent Brossoit was able to pin that up against his body to hold on.
We are scoreless here in the first period at T-Mobile Arena, and everyone seemed pretty chipper about this early start today, and I think I have a pretty good idea why. The Vegas Golden Knights 17-5-1 all time when home games start before 4 o'clock Pacific time. Multiple players saying they like the chance to just wake up and play, not having to wait around. But my favorite reason came from William Karlsson. He said the earlier the game, the more time you have before you have to go to bed. So simple man, but I couldn't agree more. Hopefully he makes it to midnight today though, guys.
That's a good way to look at it, Ashley. I love the early starts. Play them all at noon or 1.
You're in bed by 7.
That's right.
Maybe not tonight. We'll see.
See if we can make it till 8 tonight. Offside against Vegas. As a player, Shane, did you like the early starts?
You know what? Oddly enough, as a player, I didn't. I liked my afternoon naps, but it's a different routine. I think as I got older in my career, yeah, I appreciated it more. But as a young player, you could stay up forever. It didn't matter. You had lots of time late games.
The Golden Knights, as Ashley just noted, had great success in the afternoon starts. Patrick kicked out of the draw. Amadio comes in, and Brooks will dish it back. Now Pietrangelo. They'll wire it in hard around the glass. Okay, the Golden Knights have won 9 times at home against the Ducks. It's their most wins against any opponent here at the Fortress. Amadio watched closely by Drysdale. He'll feed it wide of the net. Kicks around to Ben Hutton. So Ben Hutton paired with Alex Pietrangelo with Nick Hague out for the second time in 3 games. And Pietrangelo, of course, returning off COVID protocol. The late offside on the Golden Knights. They will tag everyone up. And Benoit deep in his own end. Now Raquel feeds it up ahead, a little bit too far in front of Terry. Theodore back to get it. And now Zach Whitecloud. 3 games in a row for Zach. New career highs in ice time, including 27:05 in LA. A couple of nights back.
Yeah, the 2 games, Pietrangelo played 26:40 the game before that.
Theodore keeps it into the line. Walking in a little bit further. Still has it, cuts into the middle, put it on goal. Gibson got a pad on it. And then Smith was there looking for the rebound chance. Terry bumped down by Karlsson. Kevin Shattenkirk turned it over. Smith out of Marchessault, back to Smith. Return pass got blocked behind the net. Whitecloud wristing it below the goal line. And Simon Benoit there for the Ducks. Ryan Getzlaf sitting on 1,003 points in his career. White Cloud across to Theodore. 9.5 to go in a scoreless first period. With a steal, it's Keegan Colasar walking in. Carrier centered it, and Waugh couldn't convert. What a great chance for Vegas.
Intercepted by Colasar, and that just went past the stick of Waugh at a wide open net.
Back the other way come the Ducks. Josh Manson driving wide. Lost an edge as Braden McNabb was there in the coverage. Waugh the other way. He'll shovel it to the corner. Carrier and Larson in deep. Waugh joins the mix, trying to pry it out of there. Drysdale, and now Hutton. Long wrist shot, tip, score! Nick Waugh on the deflection. A new career high for him, his 7th, and it's 1-0 Vegas.
Well, this line has put a ton of pressure, and Waugh had that great chance. He missed the feed from Carey earlier in the shift, but good work behind the goal line. Win the battles. As they dig this out, some good work, get it back to the point, and Hutton just walks it, quick little shot. Waugh gets in front, and a nice deflection. As the Golden Knights strike first, and as Dave mentioned, for Nick Waugh, a new career high, his 7th of the season as the Golden Knights grab the early lead.
And Nick Waugh, who set a new high in points in the last game, had a real nice setup on Chandler Stevenson's goal in Los Angeles. And now a new high in goals here. Grant darting in, his shot, and a save. Waugh. He'll hold it. Derek Grant broke in alone down that left side. But Laurent Brossoit able to shut it down. Brought to you by RC Willey, your home, your way. And by Universal Solar Direct. Pay less for your electric. Happy New Year from the Strip. The Golden Knights with a 1-0 lead on the Ducks. Laurent Brossoit with a big save on Derek Grant right after the Nick Waugh goal.
I was saying only 3 shots on goal, but he had that chance from Steele from point blank, and then that one by Grant. A couple of big saves here for Brossoit.
Off this face-off, the puck to the boards to Alex Pietrangelo. Snaps it for Matthias Janmark. Drysdale able to angle him off. Now the puck up the wall. And Sam Steele looking to nudge it out. Cut off by Dadonov. Drysdale has it. Lindholm to the red line, and he'll throw it to the corner. Ben Hutton will jam it up the wall. Here is Janmark to start it out. And now Stevenson through center. Walking into the slot. And got squeezed between Drysdale and Milano. Sam Steele back the other way for Anaheim. Lead pass made it through to Sonny Milano. Pietrangelo denies him. Steele centered. Shattenkirk tipped it in. Brossoit got a pat on that. Laurent Brossoit up to 7 wins on the season. Second most he's had in his career. His career high was 13 with Winnipeg back in the 18-19 season. First career start against the Ducks here today. His previous 2 appearances against Anaheim came in relief. Robin Lehner remains out injured. Here's Nolan Patrick, bumped by Ryan Getzlaf, able to move it off. Michael Amadio shot, and a glove save by John Gibson. He'll hold it.
Well, Nick Waugh, second opportunity, sticks with it. You look at that shift he had when he scored the goal. This is earlier. Colasar, Carrier. He sets up Waugh in front, and it just goes off the toe of his stick and wide, but still in the same shift, digs it out from behind the goal line, goes to the front of the net, and Ben Hutton lets the shot go. He's able to get a stick on it for his 7th of the season. Well, he's up to extends his point streak now to 3 games.
The second game in a row too, Shane. Think about the game in LA. Ben Hutton, good work to get his shot through. Colasar tipped one home the other night, and now Waugh here today. And if you're into good omens, and why wouldn't you be? Golden Knights have won their last 5 games at home when they have scored first. Try to see if that trend continues here today. Vegas trying to gain a little momentum here at the Fortress. Golden Knights have just gone 5-4 in their last 9. I think they felt they deserved a little bit better in their last home game before the Christmas break against Tampa. 7 home losses this year already in regulation. They had 5 all of last season. Kicking off a 6-game homestand, equaling a season high. Won't be back on the road until the middle of January. Scheduled right now for a 2-game swing to Edmonton and Calgary. Raquel chipping it in. And now White Cloud for William Karlsson. Backhands it up ahead, kept in by the skate of Hampus Lindholm, a bouncing puck. He'll play it down to the corner. And Buddy Robinson. Buddy Robinson in parts of the last 9 years in the AHL. And first shot from Delorier blocked high to the back glass. Now Robinson works it loose for Delorier. Keeps it going. Sam Carrick. Robinson in deep with White Cloud. White Cloud down, puck loose. Delorier keeps it moving. Cycles it to Robinson. Riley Smith will pick it up. And the Golden Knights will clear the zone. Theodore to center. Marchessault gains the line. Coming off the 3-point night against the Kings. Here is Smith looking to thread the needle to the wall. Marchessault! And a save Gibson, but a penalty here. Marchessault got taken down on the way to the net. So the Golden Knights will have the game's first power play as Marchessault got taken down by Drysdale.
Their first power play of the game. A little turnover by the Ducks. Nice feed as Smith trying to find Wog, cutting to the net. Marchessault gets the chance, but Drysdale loses position. You can see the hook right into the pants and the arms of Marchessault. So the Golden Knights, December's been fantastic. 12 for 35 in the power play, 34%. They were 2 for 4 in their last game against LA. And for the Ducks, their special teams have both turned around. Their power play's been excellent, as has their penalty kill.
And the Golden Knights on the power play. Brought to you by Adam Kuttner. Smith with a wrist shot right off the bat. And Gibson holds tight.
And we've heard from this coach Steve Spott, who works with the power play, says a lot of it's confidence. Said now they're feeling it. You come over the boards and you can tell just by this quick puck movement right off the face-off when you get puck possession. They set up that high shot in the slot from Smith.
The Golden Knights with a dozen power play goals this month. Equals the most they've had in a month in their history. And Shane mentioned the Ducks. Their special teams this year have really turned it around. They're the only team in the league. Top 5 power play and penalty kill. Riley Smith will start it out. He, along with the injured Max Pacioretty, tied for the team lead with 3 power play goals. Manson with a steal. Backhands it out. Now Jonathan Marchessault gains the line. He'll dump it in cross corner. Kick right up the boards to Grant. He'll take his time. Manson has it now. And across to Lindholm. He'll rip it all the way down. Golden Knights will wind it up in the power play, and Shea Theodore starting it out. Shots are 9-4 for Vegas. Riley Smith into the offensive end. Out high Wah, a little redirect for Shea Theodore. Off to Marchessault. He'll curl back. Theodore straight away. Smith, a couple of steps in. Theodore for the one-timer, and a save Gibson! And the rebound, Marchessault is there! He settled it, and Shattenkirk able to clear it.
Oh, a couple of good chances, even on the bank play from behind the net. Marchessault threw it out front, bounced around the crease and wide.
Jano Stevenson starting it out. He'll wire it in. Closing in on half a minute to go in the Vegas man advantage, but Lindholm snaps it length of the ice. The Golden Knights in the last game against the Ducks were 2 for 4 in their loss the first day of December. Dadonov dashing in. Patrick up front, along with Stevenson. Coughlin and Pietrangelo completing the power play unit. Not a lot of time left on this one, though. Dadonov runs it around the wall. Patrick into the corner, keeps it moving for Stevenson. Pietrangelo a long drive. That hit Patrick and ricochets off the glass. Golden Knights had 3 shots on the power play. And over with now. Stevenson into the corner. Watched by Manson. Carrick trying to protect it against Stevenson. Patrick feeds it. Coughlin has it. Pietrangelo back to Coughlin. Drive! And they caught a little bit of the post and some of the outside of the net. Now Patrick up the wall, feeds it off for Stevenson. He'll settle and spin along the boards. Little drop pass, Pietrangelo shot! And he missed it on the short side. Gibson got a piece of that. Nice little feed, Stevenson to Pietrangelo. Offside Vegas. As Pietrangelo came right back in.
Well, a couple of chances after that penalty expired for the Ducks, but earlier, here's the chance for Marshall off to the side, throws it back out front. It goes off the blocker of Gibson. And out the other side as Shattenkirk clears it, and then great movement. Alex Pietrangelo support the puck. He comes off that right point, gives Stevenson an option, and gets a great chance right from the hash marks.
Shots were 11-4 for the Golden Knights. They lead in 1-0. Rozois moves it off for Shea Theodore. And now Zach Whitecloud. He'll flip it out. Glove down by Raquel. Theodore shovels it to center. Carrier with Janmark. Janmark driving in. Carrier. They'll rotate it around to Janmark. Out top, it's Whitecloud on a long drive. That missed wide to the corner. Theodore looking to keep it in. Colasar chips it down a little further. Carrier behind the net. Stuff attempt. And Gibson was there. Janmark gonna feed that across to Theodore, but that was out of his reach. We approach 2 minutes to go in the first. It's 1-0 Vegas. The goal from Nick Waugh, his 7th, as Whitecloud will wire it in. Brooks sends it around the wall. Sonny Milano with it on his stick. Milano with no goals in his last 5 coming into today. His last goal was that Trevor Zegras set up, flipping it from behind the net in Buffalo. The Milano batted in. Stevenson in deep. Coughlin with a drive and a stick broken half onto the puck and deflected towards the net. Amadio thought that went in. The Golden Knights have their arms up, and that's a goal. Adam Brooks, I think, is going to get credit for it. Everyone stopped. Coughlin's stick exploded. The puck ended up in the net. It's 2-0 Golden Knights.
I think it just got stuck in the net. You see Amadio raise his arms, and a great play by Amadio. Stevenson gets the option. He sets on Coughlin, breaks the stick. And there, it just gets stuck right up behind. Nobody recognizes. Good deflection by Brooks as that goes over the glove hand of Gibson. No question, that's a goal. And the Golden Knights grab the 2-0 lead. Brooks' 2nd of the year.
So both Vegas goals off deflections.
And Chandler Stevens today picks up his 34th point. That's 1 away from his career high he got last year in a lot more games.
He has been terrific, consistent all year long. He's been a point-a-game player. Exactly a point-a-game player. The Golden Knights up 2. Adam Brooks is 2nd of the season at 18-27. Smith will start it out. Rink wide, here's Marchessault. Wrist shot and a save, Gibson. Hutton on the rebound. And now Carlson to the corner. Wrapped up with Lundestrom. Puck back out high for Pietrangelo. Long wrist shot tipped wide. So Adam Brooks is 2nd of the year. His other one was a game winner in Nashville last month. Pietrangelo lets it fly, and Gibson will hold on. Golden Knights have outshot the Ducks 14-4 in the first. Now this from Knock the Injury Law.
Focus on the facts when picking a lawyer. Call Knock Fee at 702-INJURED.
50.5 seconds to go in the period. I mentioned Shane earlier. The Golden Knights, their only road games coming up were going to be the 2-game swing to Edmonton and Calgary. Forget about that. The NHL just moments ago releasing that the Canadian teams postponing games.
Not surprised.
Better handle on things COVID-wise, province to province. So those 2 games, that Edmonton-Calgary swing middle of January postponed.
Yeah, there was a feeling that might happen, and now it just confirmed.
Here's Ricard Raquel. Off to Getzlaf. Driving down the wing. Whitecloud on it for Vegas. Stevenson. Nice little backhand feed to Dodonov. Janmark has it. Dodonov will tip it in. Real strong first period for the Golden Knights.
It was one of the things we talked about. Get out early, good start from Golden Knights. But a dominant performance here in the first for Vegas.
Waugh lost it at center. Raquel has it in the final 10 seconds of the period. Now Manson up ahead. Silverberg, check it out, Robinson tips it in, taken away by Theodore. He'll clear it. And Kolasar, one final shot on that Gibson takes care of. And the first period comes to an end. Now the Ducks didn't have a shot over the final 7:44 of the period. The Golden Knights land the final 10 shots of the opening frame, and they take a 2-0 lead to the intermission.
No, you can't ask for a better start here for Vegas. Great 20 minutes of play. You'll expect a pushback from Anaheim here in the second, but up to Vegas to make sure.
Oh, great look at the Strip on the final day of 2021. The Golden Knights with a 2-0 lead on the Anaheim Ducks. We welcome you back inside the Fortress. Well, one of your keys to the game, Shane, was find your legs, your energy early. That was not a problem in the first period for the VGK.
No, it certainly wasn't. I thought right through the lineup, all four lines, all 6 deep. Brossoit, minimal shots, big saves. Just a real good first period performance by the Golden Knights. And they attacked. Carlson, great little pickup between the legs. They put pucks at the net. They didn't give the Ducks a chance. I think the key is when they play fast, like the Golden Knights have. Cisco Steve Spott mentioned, he said we're a dangerous team, and that was evident in the first attack. Wad missed a chance wide open, but he followed up later in that shift. Little deflection that opened up the scoring. After that, Coghlan shot. This one fooled everybody as Brooks deflected it in. It got stuck up top, but that gives them the 2-0 lead. Dominated in all areas in that first period of play.
Take a look at our stats through one. 16-4 the shots for Vegas. Scoring chances overwhelmingly in favor of the Golden Knights. Had one power play, did not cash in on it, but more than made up for that in other areas of their game. And Adam Brooks on the deflection. That was the one that pretty much nobody knew was in. And Nick Waugh opened the scoring. And as you see, for the Golden Knights, they've had a lot of success in their history against the Ducks. They try to keep that going here today. And for the third time in 5 years, close out the calendar year in first place in the Pacific.
Well, they're trying to keep it going. Let's look at John Gibson. As good as he's been as a goaltender, not had a ton of success against the Golden Knights. And it's going to be important here for Vegas to try and keep that momentum going in this second. I'm sure Dallas Eakins would have a few words for his team after that first period of play.
Yeah, the Ducks dominated in the first period. Their best chance, Derek Grant, right after Nick Waugh's goal. He broke in down the wing all alone. Lauren Brossoit had to make a big stop, but it was not a very busy period for the Golden Knights goaltender. Second period underway. The puck to the corner, and Jamie Drysdale looking to feed it out in front. Now Ricard Raquel. Off for Troy Terry behind the net. He'll funnel it around the boards for Drysdale. Theodore quickly up the wing. Guerrier trying to jam it out, and he does. The Ducks with 4 shots in the first period. 2 from Sam Steele, 1 for Ryan Getzlaf, and 1 from the aforementioned Derek Grant. As the puck goes out of play early on in the second period. Let's look at Ryan Getzlaf. Went over that 1,000 career point mark earlier this season, Shane. There's a lot of speculation. His contract was up after last year. Would he stay, would he go? But 1-year deal to stay in Southern California.
Well, I think an important, impactful player for that organization. And you can see climbed ahead of Teemu Solani, and I think very important for a lot of that young talent they have on the Ducks up front. A good influence for guys like Troy Terry, Trevor Zegras, Sonny Milano. Sam Steele goes on and on. And certainly a guy they can learn from.
Puck loose along the near side, and Ben Hutton will bank it out. Now Jacob Larson sends it right back in. And here is Alex Pietrangelo. Hutton skips it up ahead. And on it is Isaac Lundestrom into the Vegas zone. Busting down the wing. His pass into the middle, blocked away by Hutton. Lundestrom stays with it. Puck around the boards. Drysdale pinching down. Feeds it out in front, just out of the reach of Grant. Golden Knights on the move the other way. Smith with Carlson and Hutton joining the rush, but Lindholm able to stop that in its tracks. And Drysdale has it now. 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft. Feeds it up the middle of the ice. Tipped in from long range where McNabb is back to get it. And now Coghlan around the boards. And the Ducks will reset in the neutral zone. The Golden Knights have won 6 of 7, 9 of 11 entering today. Janmark, now McNabb, and here is Coghlan. Lead pass on the money to Matthias Janmark, streaking in. Janmark's pass blocked though by Benoit. Dadonov will reset. Carries it in, taken down, penalty. And the Golden Knights to the power play for the second time this afternoon as Nick Delorier goes to the box.
Well, good speed by Dadonov. He had to wait for Janmark to get onside.
Anaheim number 20 has got a minor penalty for tripping.
And Delorier trips up Dadonov as he re-enters the Anaheim end. He's trying to go for the puck and takes out the skates of Dadonov, so the Golden Knights get their second power play of the game.
Now the Golden Knights, the first period of the last 2 home games, you go back to the Tampa game before Christmas and then today, they've outshot their opponents in the first period 33-9. As they did a lot of good work against the Lightning but came up short. They built a 2-0 lead in this game. And on the power play for the second time, Golden Knights 0 for 1 today, but 12 for 36 on the power play this month. Their dozen power play goals lead the league in the month of December. Vegas a month ago was 31st on the power play. Jumped all the way up to 12th. And towards the net was Theodore. He darted between everybody, and Gibson got a piece of that as Shea Theodore danced his way in.
That's the danger. If you try to anticipate that drop pass, a guy like Theodore has the ability to go coast to coast. And exactly what he does. You can see Manson turns away from the puck. That allows the open lane for Theodore. Quick shot, and that is just off the top of the pad of Gibson. A great rush by Shea Theodore.
Face off in the offensive end. Carlson, now Smith. Theodore across to Jonathan Marchessault. Walks in a couple of steps, tried to go back across the seam for Carlson. Getzlaf has it. I'm going to handle on that puck. Lundestrom was looking to break behind the defense, but the puck never got to him, and Shattenkirk will snap it all the way down the ice. Minute 18 to go in the Vegas power play. William Karlsson sitting on 99 career goals with Vegas. Nick Waugh down the wing, across. Karlsson, open shot, and it's blocked wide. And the puck cleared all the way down by Grant.
Oh, great pass by Nick Waugh, head up. Saw Karlsson through the seam, but a big block by Derek Grant.
Shea Theodore drops it, and Coghlan didn't see it coming. Brossoit will leave it off for him now. Dylan Coghlan. Now Chandler Stevenson. Evgeny Dadonov down the wing, bumped on the play by Benoit, and that allowed Manson to flip it down the ice. Half a minute to go, and Pietrangelo with it. Pressured by Lundestrom, Dadonov will regain possession, and now Coghlan has it. The Ducks have just 2 wins here all time, 2, 6, and 3 in Vegas. Stevenson up ice, gains the line to Coghlan, broken up though by Silverberg. Dadonov keeps it alive. Coghlan has it over his stick. Silverberg able to move it away. Benoit up ice with Delorier just out of the box. Benoit still has it centered at Robinson, a shot on a save made. Brossoit. Buddy Robinson with the chance, and Brossoit with a big save.
Well, big save is right, a timely save, and this play's going to fool as Benoit fans on the pass. That gets Pietrangelo out of position. He goes right in and sets up Robinson. A nice rush by Benoit. Robinson a great chance. He puts it right into the crest of Brossoit.
Yeah, Buddy Robinson, we mentioned, parts of 9 years in the American Hockey League, 478 AHL games. Here's Janmark to the net, and he feeds to the Colasar, who's robbed by Gibson. Out high, Janmark with a wrist shot, score! Oh, the follow-up chance! Matthias Janmark with goals in back-to-back games. It's 3-0.
smart play by Janmark sets this right up, and he gets rewarded. A bank pass, he lets it go. He gets behind everybody, sets up Colasar. Huge save by Gibson. And then the scramble in front. Janmark with Gibson down, throws it back towards the net. As that puck is loose, Drysdale just shovels it out right to Janmark, and he puts it past Gibson, who's down and out. And the Golden Knights up 3-0, and you wonder if Dallas Eakins, a little conversation at the Ducks bench. They're still talking about a challenge. You saw Carrier come in. There was enough contact to put Gibson down as he was digging for that puck. No, I think they're going to let it go. It was too far before the play. It evolved after that.
And you think of the save Rozois made on Robinson moments ago, right before the Janmark goal. Long drive from the line from Theodore, deflected wide. So Matthias Janmark goals in back-to-back games for the first time this season. And at 4:39 of the second, the Golden Knights are up 3-0. Theodore backpedals his way across. Wrist shot blocked. Matteo looking to settle it. And now the puck lifted out of the zone by Lindholm. Milano busting in. Shot turned away by Brozois. Out top, Manson puts it towards the net. Larson will snap it around the wall. Milano to Manson. Rotates it down for Vinny Lettieri. Feeds it to Milano. Puck deflected, and Larson off from Milano again. Larson to the blue line along, wrist shot deflected, and Brozois angles it away to the corner. The Ducks looking to turn the momentum around in this game. Larson out top. Cross to Manson, but the pass was out of his reach. Manson shoves down Brooks to keep it alive. Milano trying to keep it moving. On White Cloud to Stevenson. And he'll lift it all the way down. This will be an icing, though, on the Golden Knights. Just over 6 minutes gone in the second.
Well, we saw the delay. Think about goaltender interference. There's the chance, and what a save by Gibson. Here's Carey, comes in. Kind of pushed in the pile, but he comes back out. I think that's what the conversation was on the bench of the Ducks. They elect not to challenge, and that goal stands. Janmark's 4th of the year gives Golden Knights a 3-0 lead.
And a face-off in the Vegas end. Now the Golden Knights, and you look at some of the people out of their lineup. Max Pacioretty out long-term after wrist surgery yesterday. Mark Stone missing today's game. Stevenson's wrist shot scooped up by Gibson. And they've looked to their depth scoring. Waugh and Brooks in the first, and now here in the second. Matthias Janmark with his 4th of the year.
How about some resolutions, guys? Told you guys yesterday to see what they're looking for here in 2022. Looks like a lot of guys want to learn a new skill, some wanting to read more, reduce screen time, and keep that one at the bottom. Remove Die Hard from Christmas movie list. So I guess that settles the debate next year whenever everyone's arguing about that around Christmas time. But guys, I don't think I've heard any of your resolutions yet.
There's a lot to work on here, Ashley. How can you remove Die Hard?
I don't know. I don't. I keep my resolutions myself, and nobody knows if I keep them.
You just answer to yourself. That's perfect. Puck into the corner, and Pietrangelo pressured by Grant. Loose puck to Nick Waugh, and the Golden Knights on the move through center ice. Waugh into the offensive zone, feeds it just wide of the net. Silverberg back to get it, and it deflects high to the Vegas end. Here's Waugh. Carrier, and a cut off of the pass by Benoit. Colasar whips it around a White Cloud. He'll keep it in. The block stays with it. Colasar in deep, protecting the puck against Silverberg. Looking to center it, got blocked away to the boards. White Cloud pinching down on Lundestrom. Marchessault with a steal in deep, trying to feed it in front. Blocked by the skate of Shattenkirk. Raquel around the boards for Silverberg. Takes the high road to get it out. Lundestrom settles it, and he'll throw it in. Shots are 20-9 for Vegas. Goals are 3-0 for the Golden Knights. Smith into the offensive zone. The Misfit line combined for 6 points in the win in LA the other night. Carlson at center, settles it, and he'll dish it back to Theodore. Lead pass up the left side for Riley Smith. Stripped to the puck by Sonny Milano. Getzlaf inside the offensive zone. Pass picked off by Marchessault. The Golden Knights in transition. Carlson down the wing. Pulls up against Manson. Smith. And it's gloved down by Getzlaf, and the Ducks will head the other way. Milano had a hard time kind of fielding that. He'll backhand it in. The Ducks get over the boards on a change. With a steal, Lettieri in deep. Maneuvers his way around the boards. Pass picked off by Stevenson. Up ahead, Janmark has Dadonov with him. Feeds it across to Dadonov. Trying to shift his way around Drysdale. Takes it in behind the net. And Gibson able to stuff him along the post. McNabb at the line. He'll shovel it to the corner. Dadonov and Drysdale colliding. Janmark. And now Drysdale starts it out for Anaheim. He'll shovel it down the wall. And Lauren Brossoit with it. McNabb under a little heat, but good work to stay with that. And Coughlin headmans it to Dadonov. Gains the Ducks line. Stevenson back to Dadonov. Pass into the middle, blocked away, and Robinson sends it out. Here's Carrick back to Robinson, but just out of his reach. Puck loose along the left side, and Robinson has it. Now Sam Carrick into the Vegas zone with a wrist shot blocked. Sam Carrick, 7 goals in 25 career games in the NHL. Patrick turns it up ice, feeds it to Brooks, back across to Amadio, and that shot got turned away in front. Pretty passing play. Patrick to Brooks to Amadio for the chance. Delorier trying to chip it out, held in by a pinching Ben Hutton. Now Delorier again. He'll bank it to neutral ice.
I think that's a great thing you see about the Golden Knights, their ability to score and do it different ways off the rush.
Here comes Waugh, trying to fit it to Amadio, and that's blocked down low. Waugh with a chance and a save made by Gibson. Scoring chances are 22-5 for Vegas.
I'll just spin that off the rush, off the cycle, from the blue line, so many different ways.
Waugh in the offensive zone. Colasar on the forecheck. Feeds it off into the middle to Carrier. Back to the line. Coughlin a drive. Save Gibson, and he'll hold it. John Gibson and the Ducks have been under siege in this game. Shots are 25-9 for Vegas. It's 3-0. Our reliable coverage is brought to you by CarShield. You see the Golden Knights and what they've been able to do in the calendar year of 2021, trying to get to 62 wins. Of course, they led the league last year with 40 wins in 56 games, and right up there among 5 teams with at least 20 wins this year. Yeah,
and it's been impressive this year. They've been able to do it with so many different players coming in the lineup, and that's been the storyline, not just here in Vegas. That's across the league with, whether it's injury, whether it's COVID protocol, and constant rotation in every lineup, and you have that ability to still win games, and I think a lot of that goes to the coaching staff, the preparation, the structure, the identity that's been built here as an organization with the Golden Knights.
It really started in training camp for the Golden Knights in terms of the injuries. They felt like they were headed in the right direction as the Ducks ice it, but now you're looking at Max Pacioretty out long-term again. Robin Lehner missing another game here today. Not sure about Mark Stone and his status, but Pete DeBoer said this, you got to prepare for the unexpected. It's been this way all year long for this team.
Well, let's not forget there's another player out there that you have to believe is getting closer. Let's not forget Jack Eichel. Yep. He is a Vegas Golden Knight, and sure won't be too long before we start hearing more about him and where he's at in his process of coming back.
Yeah, you think about Alec Martinez, right? Been out a month and a half now and unable to return to the lineup just yet. And I hope Jack Eichel will see that at some point make his way to Vegas here, recovering from a neck surgery. Here's Colasar in deep. Pressured by Manson. Puck up the boards. Coughlin, wrist shot. That's tipped out of play by Waugh. And a face-off Now the Golden Knights announced yesterday, Shane, and Max Pacioretty was just on a tear this month. But he'll be out long term, had wrist surgery yesterday and out indefinitely.
Hard to believe he had anything wrong with the wrist when he scored 12 goals in a month, but yeah, a chance to get him healthy, get him back for an important time of year. And just to follow up on that point, those key injuries, what it's done is really strengthened the depth of this organization. And one of those lines, the Waugh, Colasar, Carey line, you believe that they were healthy, that might be a fourth line. They're a third line here. They maybe been arguably the best line in this game for Vegas.
And here is Carlson along the wing. Off to Smith, dishing it. Shea Theodore looking. His pass got blocked. Getzlaf without the stick, kicks it up the boards. Marchessault keeps it alive. Smith moving it down a little bit further for Carlson. Theodore backpedals. Marchessault out top. With the team leading 16 goals on the year. Ian Smith a little give and go. Marchessault feeds it across into the middle. And Carlson couldn't convert as Gibson was there. And the pass back to the line to Theodore, jumped over his stick. More offensive zone time for Vegas. Smith into the corner. Drysdale pressured by Marchessault. Now Carlson. Whitecloud pinching down on Lindholm, and he'll move it out. Milano breaks up ice with Terry, 2-on-2. Milano trying to center it. That got deflected onto Brossoit, and he'll make the stop and hold on. A pass hit Theodore. Went to Brossoit, and he held the fort.
Well, and you can see Getzlaf. Carlson got cut up behind the play in front of the Knights bench. But here's the chance for Milano. He comes and goes off the stick of Theodore on Brossoit, and he's able to hang on. Drops loose after he covers it up with his right arm. Then it comes free. Troy Terry is right there. The whistle had gone. And it's going to be a penalty, I believe, on Ryan Getzlaf. He was very upset with Carlson. It started back there, a little push from Carlson. Carried on to the bench, and maybe a sign of a little frustration here from the Ducks. Getzlaf trying to get his team going, but took a penalty somewhere in this moment, maybe a little extra with Carlson. Took a while to separate the two. See if the Golden Knights can get the power play going. 0 for 2 on the night. Or day. Sorry, it's the day, Dave.
Afternoon.
0 for 2 of this day.
124 Pacific.
The day started early for me. It feels like night already.
Golden Knights up 3, looking for more. Patrick's pass out of the reach of Dadonov. The other thought on Jack Eichel, Shane, the Golden Knights, it was supposed to be the final game they were going to play before the Olympic break. That's not going to happen now. It's going to be early February against Buffalo. You wonder, would he be ready for that game against his old team coming up on the 3rd day of February? Here's Dadonov. Pressured by Lindholm, Manson around the boards, and by Coghlan all the way down the ice. Pietrangelo back to get it. He'll start it out. Chandler Stevenson up the middle. Gains the Anaheim line. And now Patrick one-hands it around for Stevenson. And Dadonov holds it. Pietrangelo to Coghlan will let it fly, and a save Gibson. Patrick will feed it back to Coghlan. Now Alex Pietrangelo settles it. Evgeny Dadonov on the wing. Pietrangelo straight away up high. Coghlan wanted the one-timer, but the pass wasn't in the wheelhouse. Patrick. Nolan Patrick's first game since the 22nd of October against Edmonton. Pietrangelo hustling to keep it in. Chandler Stevenson, couple of steps to the half wall. Pass rolled on him, and Lundestrom clears.
He was kind of fan on that pass. Had Pietrangelo all set up for the one-timer right at the top of the blue line.
Jonathan Marchessault. Time for perhaps one final rush on the power play. Carlson to Waugh on the backhand. Save Gibson. Nick Waugh looking for his second of the day. Here's Marchessault. He'll feed it. Power plays over. Theodore keeps it alive to Carlson. Wrist shot. Save Gibson, and he'll hold it. Golden Knights had 2 shots on the power play, and they're up to 28 for the game.
Well, maybe the best chance They set up Nick Watt, does a great job, pulls it to the backhand, quick shot, and a right pad save by John Gibson. Gibson had to fight through some traffic. Defenseman Benoit was right in front, providing the screen. But a busy day for John Gibson. 29 shots already he's faced.
You mentioned his career numbers, Shane. 3, 12, and 5 against the Golden Knights. Fits hand in glove with how the Ducks have done, right? Against the Golden Knights. Vegas 18 and 4 all time against the Ducks. So we got a fight here. Getzlaf and Kolesar. Turns out to be more tussling and a little wrestling as they both go down.
That really didn't get started, but we'll see the captain, right? Getzlaf, trying to get his team going and starting right from the draw. Damn, Delorier is more into this, but it's the captain, Getzlaf. Talked about the leadership on that team and maybe trying to get a spark provided here for the Ducks.
Oh, Kolesar and Getzlaf to the box with just under 6 minutes to go in the period. And the Golden Knights on New Year's Eve at the Fortress, leading the Anaheim Ducks 3-0. 3-0 in the latter stages of the second period. And a face-off just outside the Vegas blue line. Ryan Getzlaf and Keegan Kolesar dropped the gloves before our break. And now Michael Amadio chatting a little bit with Nick Delorier. I think they're going to just send Delorier to try and diffuse this a little bit.
Well, I think he's probably upset the captain. Getzlaf had to fight. Looked like Getzlaf was the one who might have asked Kolesar off that draw. There's no reason for Kolesar to fight at this point in the game, and that'll be it for Delorier. He'll take a 10-minute break.
Well, they'll send Delorier off. And Ryan Getzlaf, his first fight of the season. And now we get another penalty here as Coghlan got wiped out. And Carrick with a couple of punches on Amadio. This is a frustrated Anaheim team. Has been dominated in this game.
McNabb's gonna get a good shot in on Grant.
Linesman looks like they're ready to step in there, and they do.
Well, like I said, you can understand the Ducks not happy. The guy they look up to at Getzlaf in a fight, but at that point, it wasn't Kolesar asking, and maybe it's just the Ducks trying to get it going. You can see this right from the start. Delorier, there's a cross check by Grant that starts it all. Then Carrick's going to grab Amadio. We'll see how this all plays out. Well, there's only one thing on the Ducks' mind. There's the Gab and Grant trying to exchange a couple. Well, it'll set up. We'll see if things will heat up or if they'll cool down. There's a look at the penalty box of the Ducks filling up.
To your point, Shane, you get Ryan Getzlaf in his 17th year in the league. You'd think it wouldn't.
You don't want him dropping the glove.
Need to come to him to try to get his team going in some form or fashion in this game.
Anaheim 38 has a minor penalty for cross-checking, 5 minutes for fighting. Anaheim 39 has a double minor for roughing. Vegas number 3 has 5 minutes for fighting. Vegas 22 has a minor penalty for roughing. Anaheim is short for 2 minutes.
Pretty good job there by Trevor Hansen explaining all the penalties.
That's about as good an explanation. Well, Mario took a few punches. I'm not sure what his call was, but trying to even it up. And there's, look at the head coach of the Ducks, Dallas Aikens, is trying to sort all this out. It'll be a power play for the Golden Knights. And, you know, this is an important power play because the Ducks right now feel that they've kind of stuck up for one another. Their captain trying to build some momentum, and best way for Vegas to take advantage of this and prevent it from happening again is have the power play be able to strike.
So, all this with 5:50 to go in the period. Matteo will go to the Vegas locker room. And the Golden Knights about to go on the power play. So look at William Karlsson, Shane. You know, he was asked yesterday about the Olympics. Disappointed, in the tone of his voice, disappointed that NHL's not going to go. He said it was up to him, he would have gone for Team Sweden.
I think if you asked every player, they're disappointed they can't go, but I think where it varies is some guys still wanted to and others wouldn't have.
Right. And that's the, Alex Ovechkin kind of went down this road 4 years ago, right? With, you're going to go, not go, the NHL not there in 2018, and he said, I'm planning on going, and he didn't go, but other players have been outspoken about it. Brad Marchand in Boston, among others, but I think it'll be a tough sell for your team to take off and go to Beijing if all the NHL players aren't going to be allowed to go.
Yeah.
So, Ryan Getzlaf wants a little bit more of a explanation here. The Golden Knights have controlled this game, leading at 3-0, 29-10 of the shots. Karlsson will take the draw against Lundestrom.
Just 9 players left on the Ducks bench at this moment. But, looks empty when you look across from our vantage point.
Plenty of vacancy room over there. Battle for possession off this faceoff. Got a broken stick that belongs to Karlsson. The puck comes to him. He'll try and control it with his skate, and he does. Nicely to Theodore. Here's Marchessault walking in. His shot, blocker save Gibson. Lundestrom on the rebound, snaps it around the board. Good keep in by Marchessault. And now Nick Waugh. He'll play it back. Marchessault has it. Zips it across to Theodore. And Waugh. Theodore looking. Waugh in the circle. Down low. Tipped by Smith. Turned away by Gibson. Marchessault has it again. Waugh holding it. Kind of ran into the broken stick of Karlsson. Marchessault a couple of steps in. His shot saved Gibson. Smith looking to control the rebound. And a loose puck cleared by Lundestrom.
Karlsson's broken stick seemed to get in the way a couple of times on that power play.
Shea Theodore winds it up. Coming through center ice. Under a minute to go. Coghlan driving in. Rolls up into the corner. Feeds Stevenson. And now here's Pietrangelo. Across the blue line. Coghlan holds it. Back to Pietrangelo again. Lets it rip. And that hit Patrick like off the arm. Now Stevenson. Across to Coghlan. Fires. And a save made by Gibson. And Steele banks it out.
Well, Coghlan has a great shot from that side. A big one-timer, scored a lot on the power play. Back in the American Hockey League with that shot.
Chandler Stevenson into the offensive zone, but that's broken up, and the Ducks able to clear it again. Clock ticking down to the final 10 seconds on the power play. Matthias Janmark. And now Chandler Stevenson darting in. Backhands it out in front. It's out of the reach of Dodonov. Golden Knights had 4 shots on the power play. Manson lifting it high to Vegas territory. Coghlan one-hands it out. Lindholm back to get it. And he'll reverse it for Manson under the pressure of Janmark. Matthias Janmark, the only goal of the second period. Nick Waugh and Adam Brooks scored for Vegas in the first. Golden Knights and a close out the month of December with an 11-3 mark. And Gibson will cover with 3:10 to go in the period. And now this from Knockby Injury Law.
Focus on the facts when picking a lawyer. Call Knockby at 702-INJURED.
Adam Brooks, back-to-back games in the lineup for him after a healthy scratch 6 in a row. One of 3 different Vegas goal scorers in this game.
Oh, good job. It's not an easy position to be in, but a guy that recognizes when he does get that chance to get in the lineup to make the most of his opportunity and able to provide a goal here in his 11th game of the season.
The Golden Knights, the last time out against the Ducks, December the 1st, allowed 6, that equaled a season high for goals against for the VGK. Nothing on the board yet today for the Ducks. Smith down the wing. He'll softly send it around the wall. Carlson zips it out top. Whitecloud along wrist shot blocked. Caromed off of Carlson to Lettieri. And the Ducks to center as Drysdale winds it in. Golden Knights now up to 34 shots. 34-10. Smith trying to spin away from Benoit. Marchessault in the corner. And now Smith gets it back. Snaps it out high to Theodore. Whitecloud looking. Smith, little touch pass to Carlson. Tried to hit Marchessault, but Shattenkirk blocked it. Marchessault was open.
It was wide open in front of that pass had gotten through.
Battle for it in the neutral zone. The shots are 15-1 for Vegas over the last 12 minutes of the game. Offside on the Ducks. And play is stopped. Just over 2 minutes to go in the second. We heard from William Karlsson how much he likes early New Year's Eve games. Go back to year 1, Shane, against the Toronto Maple Leafs. His first career hat trick, also the first in Golden Knights history.
Yeah, it's one of those moments in year 1 you don't forget. The fans finally got to throw hats on the ice for the first time here at the Fortress. So many special moments in year 1, but that one of them, Karlsson had a few. That one goal that was pretty big between the legs.
On his way to 43 that year. Janmark to the net, got held by Manson, delayed penalty. Janmark trying to center, now Dodonov had his shot blocked away on the way to the net. Gonna be a penalty shot. They're gonna rule a penalty shot. Manson grabbed a hold of Janmark.
Vegas been awarded a penalty shot. Anaheim 43 on the hold.
We've really seen the importance of Janmark's speed, his ability to stretch plays. He can get behind, great pass, and then body position. As Manson, no stick, he has to reach out, kind of grab hold. As Janmark gets a step on him, there's the hold as soon as he loses his stick.
Mattias Janmark with a penalty shot.
Mattias Janmark, penalty shot chance, looking for a second goal of the game, and a save, Gibson. 8th penalty shot in Golden Knights history, but Gibson shuts down Janmark.
He's looking to go blocker's side, and Gibson just stays with him the whole way. Might have been room on the other side. It's always easier to judge from up here, but it was right into the blocker of John Gibson, and a big save by the Ducks netminder. Look at Janmark, who has a goal in the game, couldn't add to it.
As you see, it was late last regular season. Last time the Golden Knights had a chance on the penalty shot, the John Gibson stopped Chandler Stevenson. Lindholm will shovel it out. Raquel to center. Hutton plays it back the other way, and Waugh dumps it in. Mattias Janmark had a chance to extend the lead to 4. Ben Hutton giving chase. And now he'll backhand it out. Up ice comes Nolan Patrick into the offensive zone. He'll curl up and dump it in cross corner. Raquel on it now. Silverberg. And Brossois behind the net. Now the puck loose back to center ice. And Benoit throws it in. Final minute of the second. Golden Knights controlled the first period. Same goes for the second. Milano through the neutral zone. Now Manson. Sam Steele out high. His centering pass blocked. Back the other way comes Marchessault with Smith. He'll snap it in deep. And Benoit with it now. Up to center ice and Terry. The Ducks just have not had any sustained attack in this game. Marchessault with Smith, 2-on-2 they come. Smith into the slot. His shot off the crossbar. And out of play with 8 seconds to go in the period.
Quick transition by Vegas just allows him attack. Look at, great job by Smith. As that puck's coming to me, already starts to move his body, creates some separation. He cuts back to the middle, gets a step on Benoit, and the shot over the left shoulder, Gibson, and off the crossbar. A great chance for Riley Smith. That had a goal in the last game against LA that ended a 10-game goalless drought. Just about had another one here.
Riley Smith in his 299th game as a member of the Golden Knights. A real good opportunity. Now the Golden Knights with goals from 3 different lines in this game. The misfit line almost had one there. That's going to do it for the second period. 35-10 the shots in the game for Vegas. Matthias Janmark the only goal of that middle frame, and the Golden Knights with a 3-0 lead after 40.
Well, there's the busiest guy we just saw, John Gibson. The Golden Knights picked up where they left off in the first. Another solid period by Vegas, and looking to complete it here with a full 60 with 20 remaining.
In the middle period, the Golden Knights had 19 shots, and the Ducks had 6. 3-0 for the Golden Knights after 2 from the Fortress as we head back upstairs. Here's Darren. And those are your woo moments of the night. Brought to you by Finley Chevrolet at the Fortress on New Year's Eve afternoon, where the Golden Knights have opened up a 3-0 lead on the Anaheim Ducks. Shane, this game on the scoreboard has not been very close. Shot attempts, scoring chances. The Golden Knights have controlled this game for 40 minutes.
Well, they really have, and I think it's just a team that take advantage of Anaheim, who wasn't ready for this. The Golden Knights were right from the start, and a lot of it off the rush. They just played with such speed. Janmark does a great job leaving that play. That sets up his goal as he set up Colasar to stop, and then he gets the open net with Gibson down. Real good play by Janmark that started with speed. Transition up the ice, stretch pass as Pietrangelo finds Waugh. That just got deflected. Armadio would have been wide open. Another play up the ice. Here's a little passing. Patrick, Brooks, Armadio. Didn't get all that kind of fanned on the shot, but another play. The passing and the precision by the Golden Knights with their speed in this game has just put the Ducks on their heels. And here's another great chance as Smith finds a crossbar. Great play by Carlson in neutral zone. Little tip as Marchessault set up Smith for that chance.
Take a look at our stats through 2. 34-10 the shots. The scoring chances, 29-5. The Golden Knights through 2 periods in their last 2 home games against Anaheim and Tampa have outshot their opponents 62-23. John Gibson has been a busy man, and it's easy to get lost in the shuffle, Shane. Laurent Brossoit, huge save on Derek Grant when it was 1-0. Huge save on Buddy Robinson when it was still 2-0 in this game. He hasn't been busy, but he's had to make some timely saves.
And that's the key word, timely saves. When you're not seeing a lot of pucks, a lot of shots in front, and one of those plays could be the difference, a momentum shift in the game, and he's able to come up with a stop.
Couple of fights in that second period as well. The first time this year, the Golden Knights have had 2 fights in the same game. Troy Terry will shovel it to Jamie Drysdale, up ice for Anaheim. Now Shea Theodore in the corner, turned it over. Getzlaf has it. Drysdale to Lindholm. Back across, but out of the reach. That was behind Drysdale, and he'll have to reset. Brossoit cutting it off. Now Theodore. That's just out of the reach of Riley Smith. Manson. And now Larson will send it in deep. Brossoit gloving it. Gonna bank it around. Turned it over to Silverberg, who snaps it through the crease. Puck pops across the ice, and Silverberg will swat it down a little further. Hutton controls it, and William Karlsson starts it out. This pass intended for Marchessault, tipped out of play by Raquel, so a whistle. We'll take a look at our drive to the finish today, brought to you by Subaru of Las Vegas.
Well, it's important for the Golden Knights to continue to pour it on here in the third, and a lot of times games like this, human nature, you can sit back, but they don't want to give any switch of momentum to the Ducks, or You want to take that all away as much as possible. It's been a real good game here for the Vegas Golden Knights, and maybe continue the way they played that first 40 minutes.
The 10 shots allowed for the Golden Knights through 2. The fewest they've allowed through 40 minutes this year. Coghlan along the end board, snaps it up the glass. Simon Benoit had to jump over his stick. Shattenkirk and Janmark in a foot race. And now Stevenson makes his way down, pass into the middle, intercepted. With a steal to Donoff, down to Janmark, who tipped it wide. Mattias Janmark with a goal in the second period, a penalty shot chance, and then that deflection.
His speed is just, he's been able to create so much. Another play on the forecheck, he's able to get in, and that kept possession for Vegas.
Icing on the Golden Knights, and a whistle.
There's look at Janmark, who was all alone in front. Donoff trying to get this puck through to him. Is another turnover by the Ducks. Bit of a roller. He tried to backhand and make a quick play with it. Maybe didn't recognize he had time to settle it down, just trying to redirect it.
That penalty shot chance he had in the second period was Janmark's second of his career. His other one came nearly 2 years ago with Dallas, and he did not score against Corey Crawford of the Blackhawks in that game. But there's a look at Mattias Janmark. You get Chandler Stevenson with 2 new wingers today, again with Janmark and, of course, Donoff out of COVID protocol.
Well, that's something I think, players recognize and been able to adjust to. You talk on the bench, you talk as much as you can, and try to reacquaint yourself with whoever you're playing with that game.
A White Cloud, able to backhand it. Carrier across for Wad, deflects off his skate, deep into the Ducks' end. Lindholm back on it. Getzlaf on the move with Milano and Terry. Milano driving wide, pass across, good stick by Theodore to block that. Intended for Terry. Carrier with a steal, gains the Anaheim line, down the middle, here's Waugh, his shot, and he missed the net. From in tight, he tried to go upstairs against Gibson. Another good scoring chance for Nick Waugh in this game. Lindholm will snap it up ahead to Terry. And Terry to the Vegas line, he backhands it in. He's had goals in each of the first 2 games against the Golden Knights this year. Theodore around the boards. Now Shattenkirk wristing it wide. Troy Terry had 11 goals in the first month of the season for Anaheim. Off to a terrific start. Shattenkirk wrist shot blocked by Amadio, picked up by Patrick. He'll backhand it out. Puck loose for Michael Amadio. Now Patrick backhands it in. Puck behind the Anaheim net. Shattenkirk jams it around the wall. Patrick back to Hutton. Wrist shot blocked out of the zone by Silverberg. And Hutton will hustle back. Leave it off to Pietrangelo. Chops it up the wall. And Smith with a little short feed for Carlson. Trying to fend off Lundestrom. He does and hits Smith. Broken up by the poke check of Manson. Raquel the other way into the Vegas end. Carrick into the corner. Feeds it out in front to Silverberg. Went off his skate, it looked like, right to Brossois, and he handles it with a glove.
Well, Silverberg certainly a player the Anaheim Ducks would love to see get going. Just 1 goal this season, hasn't scored in the last 25. As Carrick goes in, good little body position play on Pietrangelo, and just a centering feed goes off the skate. Silverberg ricochets, and Brossois makes the easy stop. There's a look at Silverberg. And a lot of the young guys have stepped up for the Ducks. Silverberg, one of the veteran players they'd love to see get going. Getzlaf, both him and Getzlaf, just 1 goal apiece. Getzlaf, though, able to put up the assist this season.
Well, Silverberg's goal came in the second game of the season. Hasn't scored since. Donoff, wrist shot and a save made by Gibson. Stevenson, Donoff, Janmark up front for Vegas. Pietrangelo across to Janmark. And a roll away from Manson. Pass into the middle, deflected out to neutral ice. The Golden Knights looking to close out 2021 with their 10th win in their last 12 games. Backdoor to Donoff. Couldn't handle the pass from Stevenson. Janmark banks it towards Coghlan, but instead it's Raquel. And they'll leave the Ducks up ice. His pass blocked out to center, and Hampus Lindholm resets. Now Drysdale guns it in. Dylan Coghlan back to get it. Marchessault to Smith. And a get through Drysdale, but that offside on the Golden Knights will stop play. And now this from Knock, the injury long.
Focus on the facts when picking a lawyer. Call Knock Fee at 702-INJURED.
They'll drop it just outside the Ducks line. The Golden Knights up 3-0. So this line, the only line that's yet to light the lamp today. Nick Waugh with a goal, Adam Brooks with a goal, Matthias Janmark, the other one for Vegas. Marchessault, pass intended for McNabb, tipped away by Robinson. Lindholm to Robinson, turned it over, Karlsson a wrist shot and he missed the net. Robinson put it on a tee for Karlsson, and he just snapped it wide. Karlsson goes down, so does McNabb, and Carrick got caught up in the washers well along the near boards.
It was a great back check by Karlsson, great back pressure, strips the puck. That's something the Golden Knights have been able to take away any time and space. Talk to how quick and good they've been offensively, the same thing defensively.
Shots are 32-6. I beg your pardon, scoring chances 32-6 for Vegas. Shots are 36-12 for the Golden Knights. Carrier looking for more, charging in. His shot and a save, Gibson. Rebound swept away by Shattenkirk, but not out. Kolasar to Carrier and hopped off his stick. Carrier spins it down the wall, went off of Getzlaf to Milano and back to Getzlaf. Here come the Ducks. Terry joining the rush, walking in, shot off the post and out of play. The Ducks' top goal scorer with a great chance.
Well, best chance for the Ducks in a while. Good job by Getzlaf. He kicks that out, drives that middle lane. You can see he kind of runs a little pick on Theodore, and that allows Terry to walk it right down to a prime shooting position, and he puts it off the bar and out of play. Well, Troy Terry close to getting the Ducks on the board.
Each team with a crossbar in this game. Terry for the Ducks, Smith for the Golden Knights late in the second period. McNabb up the wall, Amadio looking to chip it out. Larson will keep it in. Now Coughlin. And Brooks deflects it to center. Falling down Larson, Amadio breaking to the net, and a save, Gibson! Oh, Larson blew a tire, and Amadio was off to the races.
Oh, big right pad save by John Gibson.
Silverberg into the offensive end. Now Raquel. He'll snap it from a sharp angle. He tried to bank that in off Brossois, but Brossois held on to it. Well, Michael Amadio, what a chance a moment ago. John Gibson trying to keep this game within reach for his team. Adam Kuttner, John Gibson and Lauren Brossois in this game. Brossois had to make some big timely saves for the Golden Knights. You know, John Gibson's numbers in his career, Shane, aren't good against Vegas. Neither are his teams. He's the only reason this game is even relatively close and letting his team hang around here in the third period.
Oh, it really is. You think of Karlsson, he missed the net on a turnover. Amadio will break away. That's just here in the third period, and he's made numerous great saves throughout this game.
Delorier putting it towards the net, kicked out by Brossois. Gibson stopped a penalty shot from Matthias Janmark in the second period. Shots are 38-13 for the VGK. Drysdale turns it up ice. Went off the stick of Pietrangelo. That'll negate the icing. Brossois out to play it. Gave it away! And that puck, I think, may have caught the iron. Brossois gave that puck away to Delorier. And then Lindholm, seconds after that, takes down Dodonov. It's the way it's gone today for the Ducks. They had an open net, missed it, and now Lindholm's in the box.
Well, you get a sigh of relief there from Brossois. Here's the play, misplays the backhand, and Delorier just misses the net. He has a wide open net, and he shoots it right back. Still put it 5-hole, but it was wide, and here's a look at the penalty. Dodonov trying to spin away, and there's the left leg of Lindholm. As he sticks it out and trips up Dodonov. So this has been the one area of the Golden Knights game that hasn't clicked. Everything else has been on track for been really, really good power play yet to capitalize.
Power play, which has been so good this month. 12 for 35 coming into today in the month of December. Manson up ice. Vegas 0 for 4 in this game on the man advantage. All of their goals in this game have come at even strength. 2 in the first and 1 in the second. Carlson will sweep it back to Theodore. 12.5 to go in the third period. Dave Gosher, Shane Nardi, Ashley Weiss with you from the Fortress. The Golden Knights up 3-0 on New Year's Eve afternoon. Theodore trying to increase their division lead to 3 points on Anaheim. Tipped it wide on the pass from Marchessault. Now here's Marchessault. He lets it fly, and Gibson read it well. Theodore straight away. Marchessault holding to Theodore for the drive, and that missed the net. Theodore again lets it fly, and Gibson got a good look at that. He'll glove it for his 36th save of the game.
Some real good chances for Vegas on this power play. Nick Watt, a real good one. Great job, Marchessault, little give and go back. And he's going to walk this down. Everybody's thinking shot with him, and a good little pass to that high slot tip by Waugh. So you have to respect Marchessault, such a good shot when he walks down that half wall, but little shot pass tip to Waugh in the high slot.
Fresh power play unit on the ice for the Golden Knights. Coughlin on the wall, snaps it across for Donoff. Now Patrick. Chandler Stevenson feeds it. Pietrangelo, a shot, and it's blocked. Silverberg got a piece of it. Here's Donoff. And Stevenson holding. A point-a-game player for the Golden Knights this year. Donoff backdoor to Coughlin, went off the heel of his stick. Shattenkirk up ahead, and Grant will skate it out. Noel and Patrick back together. We mentioned the Golden Knights are even strength goals today, all three at even strength. They lead the league in even strength goals. The highest scoring team in the league overall, as the Ducks are able to clear it. Golden Knights with 120 goals this season, 4 better than Florida. The Panthers put up 9 last night against Tampa. That's it for the power play. The Golden Knights had 3 shots on it, but they're 0 for 5 in the afternoon. Coughlin will fire it in. Manson shovels it out. Milano on the move. Into the Vegas end. Battle for it on the high slot. And Lindholm will retreat to the neutral zone. Now Milano gains the line. Whitecloud to get it. And Zach Whitecloud snaps it up ahead. That hit Drysdale. Here's Whitecloud looking. Shot gloved away by Gibson. Puck loose out high. Smith holds it in. Lindholm will play it. Milano into the offensive zone. Backhands it in the middle. Lettieri shot blocked away by Pietrangelo. Out in front. And a real good chance, but Steele couldn't tip it. It was open to the bottom of the slot. Adam Brooks will start it out for Vegas. Alex Pietrangelo back to Brooks. He'll feed it in the middle, but Amadio had it tipped away by the stick of Jacob Larson. Nick Delorier the other way, rips it in off the back glass. Here is Ben Hutton. William Karlsson. Amadio swings it in. 8th time this year the Golden Knights have eclipsed 40 shots in a game. It's 42-14.
I like the effort. They're still playing with that same type of pace, still same type of determination. Great back check by Karlsson, a little diving play.
And now Whitecloud feeds it behind the net. Taken away by Shattenkirk. Delorier turns it up ice for the Ducks. Getzlaf. Watched closely by Whitecloud. And Shea Theodore some time and space. Each team in the middle of a change up front. Drysdale has it. Went off Raquel. And now Ricard Raquel gets it back. Poke checked away by Carrier. And the Ducks will reload. Campus Lindholm. Each of these teams without key people in their lineups. For the Golden Knights, they've dealt with it all year long. And through all of it, they've picked up 21 wins in their first 33, trying to make it 22 for 34 today.
Well, it's interesting. Pete DeBoer talked a lot, even early on, about the process. You know, you want the wins, but he wants to see their game get to where it needs to get. And, you know, maybe the best example we've seen this year is this game. Regardless of who's in the lineup, there's a certain way they want to play.
The Golden Knights in this game, Shane, up 3-0, and they could hit the new year number 1 in the West. They have a 3-point cushion on the Ducks in the Pacific. Stevenson in deep. Trying to shake loose from Larson. Feeds it back to Coughlin along wrist shot, sailed wide. And now through center, Robinson and Carrick. Carrick trying to fight his way to the net. Shot deflected wide of the net. Coughlin was there in the coverage. Sam Carrick, 517 games in the American Hockey League. Manson dropping it into the middle. Picked off by Stevenson. Coughlin to Dodonov. He'll break with the Enmark 2-on-2. The Enmark, and now Dodonov shot missed. Got blocked wide. And back on it is Manson. Larson hits the red line and fires it into the Vegas zone. Hutton sweeps it out. Rennie Lettieri will throw it in high and deep. It's the opener of a 6-game homestand for Vegas, equaling their longest homestand of the year. And a hand pass will stop play. 6.5 minutes to go in the third. It's 3-0 for the Golden Knights. Summary, the Golden Knights have been in control throughout. 2 goals in the first, 1 in the second. Nick Waugh, Adam Brooks, Matthias Janmark with the goals. You see the note there, 13 in a row with the Golden Knights with at least 3. Nick Waugh, new career high in goals today, reached a new career high in points in the last game.
Well, and as good as they've been offensively, yeah, they've scored 3. They could probably easily have 6 in this game. Maybe the best effort has been what they've been able to do defensively. They've played a very smart game.
Got a little bit of a skirmish right near the Vegas bench. Delorier knocked Whitecloud over the dasher. Whitecloud up and fine.
Well, there's a look at it. Well, Delorier is going to head to the penalty box.
Anaheim number 20, minor penalty, roughing.
And Whitecloud gave Whitecloud a little extra polish after the hit.
Yeah, I think that's what a little extra. It looked like a clean hit, but I think it was a little extra. You see Dallas Eakins not happy. His team yet to get a power play in this game.
Third time this year, Vegas has had 6 power plays. The Golden Knights with a dozen shots on the power play in this game. Ties the most they've had in the game this year. The other one was against the Ducks earlier this month. They're looking for their first goal of the game on the man advantage. Theodore feeding it off to Marchessault. Down low, Waugh turns, puts it on net. Gibson able to get a piece of it. Now Marchessault back to Theodore and around the horn for Smith. Theodore straight away. Marchessault thought about shooting it. Now he does. Shot got blocked in front. Waugh was looking for the deflection. Marchessault's pass intercepted by Grant. Carlson closed on him right away. And Gibson freezes it. Minute and a half to go in the power play now.
Waugh trying to make that little play off the goal line. As Marchessault's going to, that's the one with the shot. Little rebound in front. Earlier was a play trying to pull it from backhand to forehand. Gibson had a good active stick in front, didn't allow Waugh to bring it to his forehand. Certainly see the confidence level just rise here with Nick Waugh's goal in this game. Point streak now at 3 games for him.
You know, to your point earlier, Shane, who knows? Injuries and COVID, what your lineup's going to look like day to day. But that line of Waugh, Colasar, Carrier, some intriguing pieces.
If you're healthy, if they get healthy, that's certainly gives you a very, very deep lineup.
That's a big if.
Big if.
The way things have gone for this team this year. Mentioned the 6-game homestand for the Golden Knights. It's actually going to turn out to be 8, right? If you're just joining us, the NHL postponing the 2 games the Golden Knights are going to play in Calgary and Edmonton coming up in the middle of January. Well, Theodore moves it back to Karlsson, and now Theodore again with 5.5 minutes left. Theodore lets it fly, blocked wide. Marchessault. Now Smith back to Marchessault, feeds it. Karlsson. Marchessault has it again. Theodore. Marchessault one-timer, save Gibson. Now Theodore, pass intended for Waugh, tipped away by Carrot. Karlsson in deep. Marchessault has it. Holding, tried to thread the needle, but Shattenkirk blocks it and clears it.
Well, he certainly had good puck possession, good puck movement, but maybe trying to set up the perfect play.
Pietrangelo will start it back out. 20 seconds to go on the man advantage. Golden Knights trying to add to a 3-0 lead. Stevenson feeds it across the top of the crease. Now Patrick has it. Time ticking away in the man advantage. Stevenson rolls up the wall. Under some heat, he's content to just reset. 2 shots on the power play for the Golden Knights. 14 power play shots in this game is a season high. They come away empty on the man advantage. Well, you can't have everything. Power play's been great all month. Not so much today, but up 3-0. Just over 4 minutes to go. And Coghlan will bank it for Carrier. With Dadonov and Kolasar coming on the rush. Janmark down low. On the feed was Carrier, but Gibson will cover. So a whistle with under 4 minutes to go in the third is 3-0 for the Golden Knights.
For shots in the game this season is 45 against Dallas earlier this month. They just equaled that. Coming up in the Findlay Automotive Group post-game show, Pete DeBoer returns to the bench. He'll talk about this performance, and I'm sure he'll have a question asked about him about Max Pacioretty, who returns to the injured list after his surgery yesterday.
Darren, thanks so much. Pete DeBoer returning behind the Vegas bench today after spending time in COVID protocol. The 45 shots the Ducks have allowed in this game is a season high. Milano moves it. Steele through center. Pass blocked by McNabb. And now Carrier. And Braden McNabb back to get it. Up ahead, Kolasar to Carrier. Janmark. Now Carrier in behind the net. Kolasar looking to track it down. Taken down along the far side boards by Benoit. Kevin Shattenkirk with it on his stick. And now Raquel. McNabb in his own end. The Ducks have not had a shot on goal in over 10 minutes. And the puck back in the Anaheim zone for Lindholm. Well, the first 2 meetings between these teams were close ones. The Golden Knights had a shootout win here in the Fortress. And the Ducks had a 6-5 win in Orange County. Well, the Golden Knights are up 3-0 with final 2:35 remaining in this game.
Well, the score may be indicating closer than this game actually was. It is a 3-goal lead, 3-0 for Vegas, but certainly, if not for John Gibson, could be a lot worse.
Territorially, the Golden Knights have dominated shots, scoring chances from the first period. Right from the drop of the puck, they outshot the Ducks 16-4 in the first. Whitecloud's first shot blocked away. And Lundestrom will send it across for Grant. He'll fire it down on Brossois, who will cover. So he'll take a whistle with 2:02 remaining. What a month of December it's been for the Golden Knights, and they try to close it out in style against the Ducks today.
Well, there's a lot of firsts on that graphic right there. 9 wins, 18 points, plus 15 goal differential, 12 power play goals. Top 3 will move after this game, but
to say the least.
The power play goals are staying the same.
Yep, that won't, I don't think that's going to, well, unless something changes in the final couple of minutes. The Golden Knights looking to close out December 10-3 overall. Traditionally, the month of December has been the Golden Knights' best month on the calendar. And that holds true again this year. Puck loose, Amadio. They'll make it 2 out of 3 against the Ducks this season. And 19 wins in 23 all-time matchups. Big hit along the near boards. And we got some more rough stuff. McNabb. We've seen that a lot.
Do not come down that wall with your head down. And I think it's Carrick who got lit up, and now McNabb's going to get in his second of the night.
Yeah, it was Carrick that took the brunt of that McNabb hit. And that's that. If you don't know by now that McNabb has perfected that hit along the boards, and you're not paying attention.
That was just a good, clean hit. There's Carrick coming down the wall, and boom. Buddy Robinson comes in, then Carrick comes in. That is clean hit as we've seen from Brayden McNabb, and that identical spot, about anywhere from 10 feet outside that blue line to 10 feet inside. If you have your head down and if you are unaware, coming down, and then McNabb and Carrick exchange a couple of blows, down he goes. So those are the type of hits I have all day for.
Clean.
And it's just, you know, for Dallas Aikens, it's almost like a final blow to this game for his team. Now we'll take a look at what Brayden McNabb has done. It's kind of like putting on repeat. It's just a different person every time. That was Montana. That was Minnesota, Canucks, the Blues, the Kings, Elliott, and then tonight, Carrick, the latest recipient of that right wall. Well, it keeps players honest when they're coming down, and that's a big element. Brayden McNabb, he can't talk enough of what he's done for this team. Not only that physicality element he brings to this team, block shots, he just quietly goes about it. He's so consistent in how he plays and how he performs for this Golden Knights team, and it looks like Vegas will get the extra out of this.
Alex Pietrangelo called him recently the perfect teammate. Low maintenance, works hard every day, no ego. Plays a lot of hard minutes on the penalty kill.
So it wasn't interference to McNabb.
It would be debatable. First time in their history, the Golden Knights have had 3 fights in the same game. McNabb dropping the gloves for the second time. Power play for the Ducks, their first of the game. Drysdale center, tipped away by Hutton. Now Milano sends it across. Hutton looking to move it out, got blocked. Second effort puts it off the glass and all the way down.
Good patience by Hutton. You get sometimes in panic mode, they just want to slap the puck, but he made sure he's able to settle it down, spun, got to his forehand, and he get off the glass and out.
Puck into the Vegas end. White Cloud back to get it. High around the glass. He got blocked down by the arm of Lettieri. Here's Milano. Now Raquel feeds it back out high to Drysdale. Gets left. Drysdale wrist shot blocked. Lettieri centers. Loose puck into the middle. Score! That was the only thing left in this game, was could Laurent Brossoit hold the shutout, but Ryan Getzlaf breaks the attempt with 11.5 seconds left.
Well, it's about it. Now, this is what the Ducks were waiting for, is shot in front. It's a bit of a scramble play. Centering feed gets thrown back, and a heads-up play coming in as that puck by Milano. Instead of just shooting it, he finds the open man in front. Ryan Getzlaf has Brossoit bites on that shot, little shot pass, and Getzlaf's second of the season. First in 18 games to get the Ducks on the board, but that'll be just about it with 11 seconds remaining.
The Golden Knights were looking for their first shutout of the year. But Ryan Getzlaf ends that attempt.
I'm not sure how the Golden Knights came out of that down. The only penalty. Nab's hit looked clean, puck was there. But that said, they'll still get the 2 points. The most important thing, a big victory here today on New Year's Eve.
Time will tick away in this game. Time ticking away on 2021. That's it. It's a 3-1 win for the Golden Knights, and they end the calendar year with 10 wins in their last 12 games, and in sole possession of first place in the West.
Well, strong performance here. Tough one for Brossoit. That was about the only thing that didn't happen. Didn't get to see a lot of shots, made some huge saves early on, timely saves. As I said, offensively, the Golden Knights could have put up a lot more than 3, but defensively, I thought a real solid game by them at both ends of the ice. A complete 60-minute effort here for the 2 points.
Golden Knights winning it. 45 shots on goal, tying a season high for them. Our game changer of the night, brought to you by Comprehensive Cancer Center.
Well, Nick, that line, one of the best lines for Vegas tonight. Picked up his 7th of the season. That is a new career high. Now, he had the career high in points. Now he has it in goals. Could have added to that point total. Here's a look at that deflection in front as gets a stick on the Ben Hutton shot to beat Gibson. Performance, the confidence continues to build for Nick Waugh.
Well, the Golden Knights, they get 7 wins in their last 8, and they finish out the 2021 portion of their schedule, Shane. This one just a dominant performance over the Ducks. You know, they dealt with so much here through the first half of this year, not quite the first half of the year with COVID, with key injuries, dealing with more of it over the last couple of days. And you wonder now if they're so used to it, they just kind of keep rolling along, at least it appears that way.
I think so, and you have to be comfortable with it because it's not going to change. You're going to continue to see this throughout the rest of the season. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is, and I think finding different ways to win. I think the Golden Knights a great job here tonight. I really like this game. I like the guys that stepped up. Look at the Carlson line. They carried them with the most points through that LA game. Off the score sheet tonight, but could have easily had a lot. Brossoit was key at times. Janmark and Waugh, great. Just a complete effort, and this team has another terrific month of December. Set themselves up well. Yes, they've played more games than anybody, but you want to bank those points. They've been able to do it.
Well, you see the 3 stars, Laurent Brossoit, Matthias Janmark, Nick Waugh coming out. The number 1 star in this game. The Golden Knights finished the month of December at 10-3, and it's an area, Shane, they want to try to roll now some momentum on home ice. They've been great on the road as of late, winning 6 in a row away from home. Now they've got a chance to get things going here at the Fortress as well.
Well, they certainly do. That 6-game homestand is now added to 8 games, and you need to take advantage of. This is a big part of the schedule coming up for the Golden Knights. They'll enjoy a little New Year's Eve, get set in the new year, and take advantage of this homestand because it can really position themselves well. Despite who's in and out of the lineup, playing in this building gives you a little extra boost.
Next up, the Winnipeg Jets, January 2nd here at the Fortress. Happy New Year, everyone. The Golden Knights win it 3-1 over the Anaheim Ducks as we send it upstairs. Here's Darren.
Say Happy New Year.